I'm seeking low maintenance.
Yes.
I'm seeking low maintenance. Like,
yes.
You know, as much return for as little effort as possible.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that I really value in life now. Welcome, beautiful people, and thank you for joining us on Till the Wheels Fall Off, a podcast by Two Folk Couple. I'm Matt.
And I'm Paige.
And we're here to inspire others, to bring you guys into our lives and tell you a little bit about our journey. Over 20 years together, we've learned a few things.
We're going to work toward being the best version of yourself possible. We're going to dig into building a positive mindset, discuss mental health, addiction recovery, improving fitness, building businesses, and insight into what it takes to navigate life today.
Welcome back to another episode of Till the Wheels Fall Off. I'm Matt.
I'm Paige.
Before we get started, please do us a quick favor. If you haven't already, please follow the show. Top right-hand corner of Apple Podcasts, you will see a little plus sign. Go ahead and click that for us and leave a review if you get a chance. If you're listening on Spotify, underneath the album art, you will see a follow button as well. We'd really appreciate that.
YouTube too.
YouTube as well. Follow us on YouTube if you like to watch people talk. And if you are watching us talk, you would notice that we are busted looking tonight.
Just a little bit.
Quick update on what's been going on in our lives before we get started on the show. We just drove 4 hours, I think?
Yeah, about
4 hours from the Texas Hill Country.
Beautiful.
This last weekend, we enjoyed a good friend's wedding. Spent some time with some close friends. It was incredible. We all rented an Airbnb together in the Hill Country in a really remote, secluded area, and it was just freaking amazing. Mm-hmm. Just got some quality time together. I was asked to officiate a wedding for the first time, which is honestly, if I'm being honest, something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah,
and it was amazing that our friend asked us to do this and be a part of their special day. It was so cool.
Yeah, I was nervous.
For me? You were nervous for me?
Yeah, I was nervous you were going to make me look like an idiot by doing something stupid.
I wonder if that comes from experience.
A little bit. But you did a beautiful job, and it was amazing, and I was so proud of you.
Well, thank you. And one of these days, we'll revisit the fear of me making you look stupid in another episode, because I think that's something fun to explore.
Yeah, it is, actually.
That could be a good one to explore.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so an update on what's been going on with us. So the Two Folk community is live.
Yay!
It is ready to go. If you are on Facebook.
About damn time.
Right. Paige has put in a ton of out. Hey, I'm going to kill a mosquito.
I know. Is that a mosquito? It's a big-ass mosquito. You missed him.
Got away.
He was huge.
Man, I hope I get a chance to get him.
And you're going to get blood all over this table.
Wake up in the morning and just be skin and bones as he drains me of all my blood tonight. Anyway, the Two Folk community is live. It is ready to go. Get on Facebook. Just search Two Folk Community, TWFO Community, and you'll find us. Yeah,
it's private, so you have to ask to get in there.
You have to request to get in.
Yes, because it's a safe space for people.
Yeah, we don't want just any Joe Schmo or any bot joining. We're going to vet each and every person, make sure that these are real people.
I'm excited for it because I made a lot of guides for it, and I think it's very helpful information, and I think that people are going to get a lot from this and meet so many like-minded people and not feel alone. So I'm pumped.
You worked so hard, and I could not be more proud of you for the work that you put in on this. Like, it's incredible. Like, it's top notch. Like,
you were surprised, actually, that I have some type of.
Well, I mean, I think when I say surprised, I don't mean that in a demeaning way. Like, oh, I'm surprised you did anything that was worthwhile. What I mean is that, like, I'm surprised because in my mind, like, this is like world class. This is really good. It's not just like serviceable. It's really, really good.
Thanks.
Like, really good. Like something you pay people to do. Like, it's really freaking good. And I'm excited for all the fans of the show that are able now to get in there and access this stuff. And they're not just getting crap. Like, it's really good stuff.
Thanks, babe.
Really, really good stuff. And so within the community, you'll see a welcome video that kind of describes briefly what the community is to be used for. Mm-hmm. You will also see a guides section. And inside the guides section, you will see a lot of topics from episodes that we have covered that we got into a lot further. A lot of the tools that we use to work through some of this stuff. So there's codependency guides. There is a small addiction section, right?
Yes, there is a small addiction section that I'm going to be amping up soon.
But there's also...
I focused it a lot on the codependence and the spouses and the mindset and self-care.
right
sections.
So yeah, I was going to get to that. So it's really heavy on mindset as well. So a lot of the mindset tips and tricks that we've used to develop ourselves over the years.
Right.
And then in addition to that, you're going to find a lot of self-care guides. So fitness, mental health, ways to stay current on your development. It's all in there.
Right. And we'll keep adding as we see fit and change things. And I'm excited about that.
But the purpose of the community is for the people that listen, the people that want to grow with us, to have a chance to not just interact with us, but to interact with each other.
Yes. Because
there's so much power in a community of people who are after the same thing. Mm-hmm. Anytime we've ever been successful in something, there's been a community involved. If Tufo is going to be successful, it's got to have a community as well. So this is a place for you. This is a place for you to ask questions. This is a place for you to interact with other people. And don't be shy.
Yes.
Don't be shy. You can post anonymously in here.
You said it right. I love that.
I always said it right. You were the one struggling with the tongue twister.
I don't know why I keep struggling with that word.
But if you're uncomfortable sharing your identity, like, this is what I'm going through with this person. Don't even have to be specific, but get some awesome feedback from people. And we've got some trusted people that are in here that we know have developed their mind to a point where they can be, really helpful to anybody.
Absolutely.
Not just us.
Yeah.
So it's not just us. And you're going to get a reply back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to promise like an hour or 2 hours, but I think probably within 24 hours, you're going to have an answer, whatever you're working on.
Yeah.
And I hope to see people over time. It's not going to happen immediately, but over time, we're going to have people that are growing and they're graduating in their mental development. And it's just going to be so cool to see.
Yes.
As they work through stuff. So cannot wait to see that. Okay. As far as the episode today goes.
Yeah.
So we just spent the last 3 or 4 days with part of our really small circle. Like, we've mentioned we have a small circle in the past, and that wasn't necessarily by design.
No.
I don't think.
No.
I think really what it boils down to is you've just got some people in your life that you hold so close. You cannot see them for 6 months, a year, maybe even longer than that. Mm-hmm. But the moment you come together, you pick up where you left off.
Right.
Are those not the best types of relationships in life?
It's the best. It's amazing.
So this group in particular, 2 of them I've known since I was 7 or 8 years old. These are some of the oldest friends I have in the entire world. We've grown up together, roommates in college together. Like, we all had an animal house where Paige and I and this other couple lived together.
Yeah.
And the other couple that was there with us might as well have lived there as well. Like,
right.
Their address wasn't necessarily ours, but we were together nonstop all the time. Mm-hmm. And so we have to build up to that level of trust. But it got me thinking, and it got us thinking about the value of low maintenance relationships in life.
Yeah.
And how to achieve those and how to maintain them.
Okay.
Because they're not built overnight.
No.
Like, if I meet someone tomorrow, chances are we'll have to stay in contact for a little bit before you get to a point where it's low maintenance. You'll have to set up some lunches and some coffee dates and things like that to get going. But once you have a low maintenance relationship, like, you've built a tool for life.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Yes.
Like, I've got friends I can reach out to at any point. If we haven't talked in 6 months, I could reach out to them with something fairly heavy. Like, hey, do you have a second to talk? Pick up the phone, call them. Like, I'm going through something really tough right now. Mm-hmm. And they'd walk me through it. And then we get off the phone. We might not talk for another 3 months. And that's just understood as that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So we have just the opposite too. Like, there are people that have come in our life that just require a lot of maintenance. Mm-hmm. And in general, those aren't the relationships that I like to foster. Those aren't the ones I like to put a lot of effort into. Uh-huh. There's just too much going on in life.
Yeah.
And so we talked a little bit about people pleasing when this topic came up. Like, there's a lot of moving parts to what goes into a low maintenance relationship. But there is an element of people pleasing, I think, when you kind of look at this, right? So my philosophy on relationships in general is that I will share with you my full self authentically. And if you can do the same back to me, then we will have an understanding of each other and a love for one another on which everything else is built.
Yeah.
A foundation of love is what I call it.
Okay.
So this is true with family as well, because family is maybe like the tricky one that I'm not really getting around to because I don't want to like just spell it out, but family's like the tricky one. Mm-hmm. You will have people within your own clan, within your own family that require quite a bit of upkeep in order to feel like they matter in your life. Mm-hmm. I think what's important to recognize in those types of relationships that it's not necessarily your problem to make sure that people are happy all the time.
Right.
Life is busy. It gets incredibly busy. And to feel like it's your responsibility all the time to keep up relationships, I think it's setting yourself up to fail, and it's setting yourself up for stress.
Yeah, it's a beating.
And guilt.
Absolutely.
And is it even necessary?
Right.
I would argue no.
Right. It takes a lot of energy.
No. So I think with family, maybe it feels a little more urgent, but like with your friends and the people that you call close, those that you pick.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. The ones that you choose.
The ones that you choose.
Yeah.
It's much, much easier. So I can think back to my relationships. And so like, let's talk a little bit about how to form one of these relationships. There are some people I think in the world who don't have close friends from way, way back. And I think it's becoming more common now than maybe it was 20 to 30 years ago, where you've got people that you just hold close, because I think at one time it was much more difficult to stay in touch with people. Mm-hmm. A lot of it was done face to face. And so with face to face interaction, you do develop a close bond. Now in the world of, social media and just this digitized world that we live in, it requires a little more upkeep because you've got to feed people updates either through social media, or if you're not on social media, through text or email or something along those lines.
That's a good point.
To make sure that they're being fed enough to feel like they matter to you. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So like at work, you're almost required to do these things, but like this is developing in our society where you have people who are closer to those that they work with than those that they actually choose and call friends. Mm-hmm. It's kind of gotten out of balance, I would say.
Yes.
So when it comes to those close relationships, if you don't already have them, I'm assuming many of you do. I think most of our listeners are a little on the older side. And I say older, I mean like our age.
We're getting old.
I don't think we have a lot of that like 18 to 25 demo.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
so
understand.
a lot of people that grew up with and without the internet.
Yeah.
I think that you should at some point consider the fact that it is incredibly rare to have friends for that long. There's so much that can go wrong in your life and steer you in different directions. And if you have people in your life that you can just reach out to at any point and everything is cool, after this episode's over, shoot them a text.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. Like, just wanted to say, I'm grateful that you're in my life. They'll appreciate it. You'll appreciate it. But small things like that are all that's required.
Exactly.
And it might only be once a year you have to do this with your most low maintenance friends.
Yeah.
On the high maintenance side, like this is just my perspective. I'm not advocating anyone else do what I do because I'm not going to be responsible for your failed Christmases from here on out. But when it comes to those high maintenance relationships, I tend to veer away from them.
Yes, I do too.
I just do. Because I think if you set up the precedent early in a relationship that this is what's required to run this thing, which is like weekly visits, we have to talk on a regular basis, we have to, like each other's photos all the time, and if you don't, then I think something's wrong. I just don't want any part of that.
Right.
And like I'm saying this as a male, I'm not going to say that not all males, I mean, maybe not. Maybe there are some males that, I think this is more of a female relationship dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah.
So with you, I know that let's talk about your relationships over time, because I'm talking to someone. I put you on the spot here.
Yeah, thanks, babe.
I'm talking to someone that on the course of our life has
loner.
Never really had like a best friend like that.
No, I don't. I don't know. I steer clear. I think it's a defect I have.
I think it's a defect?
Yeah, I think there's something in my brain that like keeps me away from the high maintenance people, because I don't find people who are like-minded like me to where it's low maintenance. It seems like I do have one friend who's very low maintenance and we love each other very much, and she is one of my best friends, but I don't have those close friends like you have.
Really?
Yes, you know this. Why are you looking at me like yeah?
Because I'm trying to think about the last 5 to 10 years. There's no one that's come up that's become low maintenance, or they all sort of fall in that high maintenance category? No,
I mean, I don't think they're all high maintenance. It's just, I don't know. I think there's something that I need to work on within myself.
Huh. You want to dissect it?
Yeah, let's go for it. What do you think's wrong with me? You think I'm judgy, or am I picky? Am I like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
No, I think that this is just in my observation, my opinion, is that when it comes to people pleasing, right, which is kind of an underlying topic here.
Yeah.
It's this, I don't know what you'd even call it. It is it's a trait. I guess it's a characteristic of some people's personalities where they feel like they have to constantly either be agreeable or they have to do stuff for other people in order to gain their trust.
Okay.
They have to put things out in the world to gain their trust. And I think it's a precedent that's set in a lot of relationships. It's extremely common where I will do all these things for you, and it's really not even about if they're returned or not. It's just so that you will like me, so that I feel like you will like me.
Yeah.
I think that from day one, you came out of the womb and that just wasn't in you. It's like, I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure that you like me.
Yeah.
You either do or you don't. And I
Right.
think that's actually a very admirable quality.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about, like, I also get along better with males than I do females.
You always have more guy
I
friends.
grew up with brothers. I never had sisters. There were not very many girls like in my family. And then I always just connected better with males. So that's hard though, as an older person who's married, and it's hard to have friends that are males because it's like a bad thing or something.
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but I'm sure other spouses don't appreciate that.
That's possible.
Right. So I have to have those boundaries and that limit. I have to keep that boundary in place for others to be respectful.
Do you wish your circle were bigger?
Sometimes, but then I'm kind of grateful for the circle that I have because it's special,
So I had a pretty small circle too for a very, very long time. Like my closest friends, it's a small circle, but the danger in having a super small circle is when it comes to growth, you're only as strong or as sick as your circle.
Yes.
So if your circle, and let's say that, so we evolve over time, right? We change. I went through a massive change in my life 10 years ago. And for the last decade, I've been on this journey of self-discovery and finding out what I'm made of and finding out how to get better. And my friends aren't necessarily into that kind of stuff. I mean, I think it's interesting to them, but I don't think that that's really them. So I had to expand my circle in order to get around people that were like-minded.
Yeah.
So I think it is important to challenge ourselves to grow that.
Yeah, that's great.
Does that make sense?
Yes, and that kind of might encourage me to look for new friends who are, like-minded and want to grow and be like what I'm doing.
Yeah, a great way to do this is through a community, an existing community. You might already be part of one. I don't know what it might be, but let's say it's an online community. There could be someone in there that resonates with you more than others. Like this person's sense of humor, like the way that they write their comments. Like I identify with them. They're funny as hell. I like that person.
Yeah.
Reaching out to them, simply just kind of, hey, what's up? Or kind of going back and forth, developing kind of a rapport with them. I think the better way to do it though is face to face. So I joined a community of business owners.
Yeah.
And we get together once a month and we discuss our companies and what's going on inside of our companies. And I made it a point to get uncomfortable and go to these things. And then more than that, like set up lunches with these guys like once a month.
Yeah. You've crushed it with these people. I love it.
And I've developed, like, my circle is still small, but it's small. It's selectively small.
Yes.
It's gotten a little bit bigger from like 2 to 3 now to probably 10-ish.
Yeah.
But all extremely trusted people that are in my circle and people that I know I could not hit up for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and I could just hit them up out of nowhere and everything would be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to, I think most people have pretty good intuition of who those people are in their life or who they could be.
Yeah.
I stay away from the ones that I know are going to be a problem.
That's smart though. You don't have that energy.
When you bring someone new into a circle that wasn't in there previously, there is a lot of, I guess, effort that takes place in trying to understand each other and kind of figuring out how this relationship's going to work and what are the do's and don'ts. And man, it's been tenuous at times as we kind of figured this stuff out. And we've been called out before for not being close enough, I guess is the simplest way to put it, right?
Right.
For not being close enough. And so I've been conscious of that in the past, but I'm not necessarily, I don't think it's really a bad thing. Those that you know me, like, you know that there's so much love. I don't feel like I have to prove it all the time though.
Right.
You know, and for those people that require that, I don't know if I'm ever going to change on that. I just don't know if I'm ever going to change on that. And if I were working with someone and they were to ask me what to do, I would say the same thing.
Right.
I would say the same thing. I think that there's a fine line between being selfish and just taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Self-care versus selfishness.
Right.
Like, a lot of the things that are self-care people view as selfish, and I don't think it is. Like, there are times like I just need a day to myself with my family. Right. And I'd love to come over, but this is my time. Yeah. And this is my priority. Right. And that just is what it is. It's not that I love you any less. It's not that I don't want to be around you guys. It's nothing like that. Yeah. It's just, I've got to take care of this. And like, the people that really understand you will understand that. Yes. I've gotten to a point in my life, I think this comes with age as well, where I just truly don't care what a lot of people think about me. Yeah. This is just me. I'm authentic, and I'm not cruel or mean or anything, but this is what it is. This is me. Because for a long time in my life, I was a people pleaser. Right. I was a chameleon. I would change my attitude, my personality to be agreeable so that people would like me. Because I knew that if you knew who I really was, you wouldn't want anything to do with me. Right. So the only way, it was a way to boost my own self-esteem.
So exhausting.
It's incredibly exhausting. And all the crap you have to remember that you said that it wasn't genuine. Yeah. It's impossible. Yeah. People would ask me, hey, like in the middle of a conversation, you're having a great conversation with someone and it's funny, it's back and forth, and they make a reference to a movie that I didn't understand. I would just sit there and smile and laugh at it as if I had watched the movie. Yeah. It's little things like that are fake. Yeah. That then this person now thinks that you've seen this movie, you are very much their person, and you're going to break their heart one day when they find out you've never seen it and don't really care to. Yeah. Like these days, I just sit there and say, I've never seen it. Right. Like, I'm sorry your reference fell short. I've just never seen the movie. Keep going. I can.
Well, it's like during our podcast, and I don't understand a word you say. I'm going to say, I don't know what that meant, even though it might be a simple freaking word that everyone understands. I don't really care what you think about me. That's who I am. Yeah. And there was another one too. That's not the only one I did.
I think if this episode's done anything at all, it's been for us a way to communicate to you guys what's going on, what's new in our lives, in our community. Touch on some topics of this last week, but I guess this is one of those, they say that, when we started this podcast, we're going to commit to providing at least one episode a week into the foreseeable future. We have a 5-year time horizon, 5 years. Yeah. So this is one of those episodes where if you are a constant listener, you'll understand it. If you're a first time listener, I'm sorry. If you popped on and this is the first time you hear us, you're like, what the heck? This is a podcast about nothing.
Yeah, what are these people talking about?
It's a podcast about absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I think they got a little bit into who we are, though.
I think that if it's anything at all, it's saying it's okay. It's okay to be selfish from time to time. It's okay to not be or to not want to have high maintenance people around you.
There you go.
I think that's absolutely exhausting. And I think I've kind of designed my network this way. There's no one high maintenance in it. I don't participate because it's too difficult for me. Yeah. And it's nothing against them. Like, I'm sure there are people for them that's perfect. That's what they want. You know, and they've probably got tons of friends. I'm just not going to be super tight, and that's fine. That's fine with me. Yeah. Like, at this point in my life, like, we were going through our web store earlier as we're kind of developing some fun merch and things like that. And I'm like, this is high maintenance. I don't want to do it this way.
He was mad, y'all.
It's just irritating. I'm like, I'm not going to, that's way too high maintenance. We got to find a different way to do it. Yeah. Like, the older you get, I think the more you appreciate low maintenance anything.
Absolutely.
When it comes to your life, when it comes to like even fitness and workouts, like, I don't get super crazy like the food we eat. Like, right. We ain't prepping like 5-star meals or anything. No. It's like, let me get this fuel in. We keep it pretty simple. Go about my business. Yeah. Vehicles, anything in my life at this point, like I'm seeking low maintenance. Yes. I'm seeking low maintenance. Like,
yes.
as much return for as little effort as possible.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that I really value in life now.
That's a good closure. High five, babe.
Okay. You weren't sure where we were going with this, huh?
No, but I like it whenever we just hop on and we start chit-chatting. And you did. I'm proud of you.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I hope that the listener got something. I think that's what this is really about. Like people that take your time and tune in.
Well, I got something from it. You helped me, and I think that's important.
We just worked through a little session together.
We did.
Right.
We did.
Which is something that we will be more clear about this moving forward. I think when we started the podcast, it's like, hey, it's a podcast, and we were going to work with people kind of sort of thing.
Yeah.
This is becoming much more clear now where we are about to launch a new website that is going to make all this stuff so much clearer.
Yes.
So mentorship, coaching, public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I will officiate a wedding. It may not be on there, but if you want to hit me up for that, I'll do it.
Oh,
But
yeah. He's awesome.
all this is going to be outlined. And if you want to work with us one-on-one, there will be a way to do it, way to sign up, schedule an appointment with us, a consultation, free consultation always. Let's spend some time with you and figure out if we can help you. And then you've got, if that doesn't work for you, you've also got access to the community with free guides.
Yep.
We will have online courses soon.
Yep.
Possibly an app. Still kind of kicking the door on the tires on that
Yeah,
deal. Like, this could be really cool. Or
Maybe.
is this going to be a useless app that sits on someone's home screen forever?
Right.
I want to make sure if it's done, it's done.
It's going to be
well.
done right. But we are definitely working in the background doing a lot of things for y'all, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, so Tufo won't just be some podcast from this cute couple that you know. This Tufo will be, like, in my mind, this will be a premier company at the front of mindset development and getting better. How do I get better today? Like, we want to be the source for all things.
Yes.
When it comes to relationships, when it comes to codependency struggles, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to building a positive mindset for growth, building businesses, all of it. It will be encompassed in everything we're doing. It will be much more clear. So thank you guys for growing with us and being patient with us through this. I know it's kind of been unclear, like, what are they doing over there?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be sick.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see what this thing looks like in like 5 years.
It's going to be awesome.
In the meantime,
so many
though,
people
I
are
think,
going to be so helped. I'm excited to see that.
When we started, it was like, how do we help one person? And now it's like, how do we help as many people as possible?
Yeah.
And we've had to get really creative about doing that.
Yeah.
And I cannot freaking wait. Where my day looks like, hey, I've got 10 calls today with these people. Like that's like, talk about a dream job.
Yeah.
That's my dream job.
Yeah.
Is working with people to get them better. Like
Yeah.
that's all I ever want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's get lunch. Lunch with me looks like, let's just talk about your life. Like,
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
exciting to me. I love seeing what people are up to and what they're doing and how anything I've ever been through could help them get better.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
Like that's
We're
the good
learning
stuff in
from
life.
y'all too. That's what's been great about this too.
Yeah. Yeah. Paige has been, she's been coaching some people in the background and seeing success with it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's working, man. Here we go.
I love it.
Let's go. Hey, and if you are a listener, if you've been with us for a while and you don't have any stickers, shoot us a DM. Let us know on Instagram at @tufo_couple. We've got some for you. Yeah. I want to see us on your water bottles, on your notebooks,
Your luggage, your laptops.
yeah, wherever you can stick a sticker, stick one of ours too.
Your car.
Yeah, back window.
That's where mine is.
I think that's all we've got for tonight.
I think so.
It's late, y'all, and I promise we will. We'll be better than this. I feel like I failed the listener in some ways.
No, you didn't. I think it was good, honey.
Okay. Well, that's all for this time. Again, check us out on our social media. Just go to @TUFO_couple. That's @TWFO_couple on Instagram. You will find a link tree in our bio. Click that and you will find our TikTok link. You will find our YouTube link. You will find Twitter. You will find, you forgot about Twitter, huh?
I did.
Well, you'll find it. It's there.
I
I'm not
don't
sure
get
what else
Twitter.
there.
If anybody understands Twitter and wants to send me some ideas to post there, that'd be great.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We've got our website up there as well, which we mentioned is being revamped. We're incredibly proud of what we're about to put out in the world. So stay tuned for that information.
Yes.
Stay tuned as we develop. This is like a really fun little growth period for us. Mm-hmm. And it's about to we're about to level up, man.
Boom.
We talk about leveling up. It's about to happen.
Yep.
And I can't freaking wait.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
All right.
until next time, I'm Matt.
I'm Paige.
And we'll see you.
Bye.